Perhaps the first and the most fundamental question in the realm of theology and worship is this: why should we seek to know God at all? Why should we worship Him? Has God commanded us to do so? Or is it because He needs to be worshipped by His creation? Take a moment and think about it. If God is truly the ultimate truth and righteousness, then by His very nature, He cannot be one who forces or coerces. Truth speaks for itself. It needs no pressure to be accepted. And if God needed to be worshipped, that would challenge the very idea of His self-sufficiency. Because a being with needs, can it really be called God? Even with this just short reflection, it becomes clear. Knowing and worshipping God cannot be about fear, force, or fulfilling a divine need. Anyone who approaches God based on fear or obligation is walking a misguided path. So, the question remains, why should we come to know God? Why should we worship Him? What's the real purpose behind it all? Here's the heart of the matter. He longs for us, and we are the ones who need Him. God desires that we turn to Him, not because He needs us, but because He loves us. His longing is not born from dependency. It's a love that gives, not a love that needs. On the other side, we are the ones who desperately need to worship Him, because everything we deeply seek, everything, is found in Him. He's the very essence of perfection. Now, this brings up another important question. Why exactly do we need God? Is it only about praying to Him when we are desperate? The answer is no. Prayer is just a glimpse of our dependence on Him. Let's dive deeper. Let's reflect on some God's attributes, the ones we'll explore more fully in the future episodes. God is vast, infinite. He's rich beyond measure. His knowledge is boundless. He's compassionate, generous, eternal. He's the source of guidance. He's love itself. He's the one and only true power, and so much more. If God truly holds these attributes, and indeed He does, then ask yourself, is there anything that matches our deepest desires better than reaching these very qualities? Look at human nature. Aren't we always chasing power, seeking love, yearning for wealth, eternal life, knowledge, greatness? With just a little reflection, we realize all our deepest longings naturally pull us toward these divine attributes. Now, think about it. If you seek wealth, wouldn't you want to learn from someone truly wealthy? If you seek knowledge, wouldn't being close to a wise person be your best path? This principle applies everywhere. In every aspect of life, connecting with those greater than us helps elevate us. And tell me, what could be greater than God? Nothing. That's why we need Him. And needing Him isn't weakness. It's a healthy, rational drive. The drive to grow, to transcend, and to become our best selves. God is the ultimate and eternal source of excellence. When we turn to Him, we are actually drawing closer to the perfection we long for. Seen this way, knowing and worshiping God becomes the clearest and surest path to true happiness and fulfillment. A real relationship with the true God brings constant peace and reassurance. It reminds us everything is under His control, governed by infinite power and wisdom. And even more importantly, it gives us a deep sense of worth. Because if such a perfect, complete God created us, then we could never be insignificant. God encompasses everything. He's present within us too. This awareness frees us from fear and weakness. It nurtures our self-belief. With this infinite knowledge inside us, uncertainty no longer has to paralyze us. Through His perfect justice, the closer we draw to Him, the more He reveals. step by step. As we sincerely seek Him, He grants us understanding and clarity. There is another point worth reflecting on: our powerful desire for survival. We resist being erased or forgotten. This longing for continuity is one of the strongest forces within us. And so, doesn't it make sense that by drawing closer to the Eternal One, we move closer to the true eternity? Worshipping an everlasting God leads us toward everlasting life. The same principle applies to our longing for wealth, beauty, justice, creativity, meaning, and perfection. So, can we really say we don't need God? In truth, worshipping God leads directly to our growth and elevation. And when God commands us to worship Him, it's not because He needs anything. It's because worship is the path to our own guidance, success, and fulfillment. To see this in a different light, let's turn to the laws of physics, especially the second law of thermodynamics. According to this law, when a conductor is present, heat always flows from the hotter object to the colder one. Now, imagine God as the source of heat. Our connection with Him enables the flow of His warmth, His divine attributes into our being. It's clear that by heat, we mean the exalted attributes we deeply seek and need. Sadly, throughout history, many have misunderstood worship and practiced it wrongly. But the one who truly worships the real God, the one with all these noble attributes, will continually receive the best from Him. For such a person, life's most important act becomes a deeper and more sincere connection with their Creator. This is exactly what prophets, mystics, and a spiritual master have pursued throughout history. Now, here's another big question. Why is God eager for our worship? Why did He create us for this purpose? There are two perspectives here. First, God as the Lord, the one who nurtures His creation toward perfection. He placed a unique capacity within each of us. And by connecting with Him, the source of existence, we can realize and fulfill that capacity. Thus, God as the sustainer fulfills His role. The second perspective is even more intimate. God placed something of Himself within us. In this sense, He is like a loving Father, and we are His beloved children. Our return to Him through love and worship brings Him joy, not because He needs it, but because of a deep and living relationship. Of course, this is just the beginning of the explanation. God willing, in the next episode on the mystery of human creation, we'll dive deeper into this beautiful and profound reality, a secret rooted in the very moment of our creation. Now, let's pause for an important reminder. Anyone who truly seeks growth has no choice but to turn toward their Creator. In fact, the deeper we know ourselves, the clearer we see God. And the more intimately we know God, the more truly we discover ourselves. This is a profound secret. We are all drops from the divine ocean. The more we come to know that ocean, the more we realize who we really are. Drops, carrying the potential to reunite with that vast and infinite ocean. Seen from this perspective, the path of knowing God is not heavy or boring, even though some have tried to make it seem that way. On the contrary, seeking to know and worshiping God becomes the one true goal, a goal that includes everything the human heart longs for. So, in all our future episodes, when we speak of knowing and worshiping God, this is the spirit we mean. A journey truly worth everything. Because just as among many so-called gods, there is only one true God, among many ways of seeking Him, there is only one true path, the path that is truly real and truly worthwhile. It is our task to seek it out, to find it, and to stay vigilant so that we are not swept away by illusions.
The content you just listened to is part of the teachings of Sayyid Saeed Tagavi Zadeh in the field of theology and the pursuit of true happiness. These teachings are interconnected, so many of the unclear points will become clearer in the upcoming episodes. For this reason, it is important to follow the series from the beginning in order to fully benefit from its inner value. Additionally, there will be separate programs dedicated to answering frequently asked questions. Until the next episode, goodbye and may God be with you.